Good morning, good morning, good morning. Quartz channel. Let's do daily energies for June 3rd. Okay. Let's pull these real quick. I don't know what cards I want to use. You know what? I'm going to do sexual tarot because I will tell you with the desire that is in the air, I'm going to use those for my daily energy. Okay. So don't get your panties charmed off over the weekends. Do you understand me? Anywho, but if you meet somebody and you like them and they're genuine, I mean, still don't let your panties get charmed off. But I'm just saying, go with the flow. Go with the flow. Okay? Because let me just tell you something real quick with that weekend energy that I did. I could have sworn it was talking about one particular incident because I could relate to it. And then I took a step back after going out last night for a little while, and I was like, damn, okay? Just like that. So, on that note, you can relate that spread to completely different scenarios if you think about it. If you meet somebody over the weekend, or it doesn't even have to be that particular person coming back. You could be dealing with two of those issues. Not even that they're issues, but you know where I'm going with that, right? Okay? So, with that being said, that spread, let me just tell you, and I even had a friend, and she barely watches, and when she watched, she was like, oh my God, Coy, she's like, you know how many, I related that to this, 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 and this, and when we were out, and I sat back for a minute, and I was like, holy shit, like, just when I thought it was one thing, it was another, okay, so there's that, but because I know what's been in the air, and what's been coming up on my board, I am going to use those for daily energies, okay, just not to like get into it like that, but just to kind of see what you're looking at, and you don't get yourself involved with something you shouldn't be getting yourself involved with. Okay, so I think a majority of the people that you might meet just might be getting out of something, or just listen to me. Use your intuition. Do you understand me? Use your intuition real quick. Okay. Do you remember a few weeks ago? Holy, my hair's in the air. Do you remember a few weeks ago when I was talking about? Look at my new shirt. It's wake up time. Wake up. But anywho, I was talking about how I went into the city and it was a shit show. And it was kind of like it was the end of, one of the Mercury retrograde. It was a shit show where everything went wrong, and I went in the city and over and over and over and over, and there was one part of that story I left out, okay? Because it really bothered me. And I can actually relate to the fear, even though I'm owning up to it, because of the fact that I'm more aware of it. So it's more of an awareness now than a fear. Okay, it's still a little apprehensive, but I'm going to tell you why. And it really bothers me. Okay, it really bothers me. Out and about, drinking, hanging out with friends. Okay. And you meet somebody and you're at the bar and you're getting a drink and whatever. Okay. And you're talking and you think you meet somebody. Well, I met this particular guy, handsome, tall. He was in the city, and we kind of clicked, but it was almost like I was hypnotized, and I was like, this is really bizarre. And nothing really felt wrong, but I definitely felt like I was getting drawn in, but I was definitely drinking, okay? When I say Spirit had my back that night, Spirit had my back, okay? So, and I walked away from this particular guy, and I remember one of my friends being like, wow, he was really handsome, and blah, 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 and I was like, yeah, and, did you get his number, or did you give him, whatever, how it went, and I was just like, no, and they're like, why, it didn't even faze me, and I walked away like nothing, and when I'm going to tell you something right now, when I looked in this gentleman's eye, like, we were, like, this close, okay? And to the point where I had an urge to, like, kiss him. Like, even kiss him. Like, that's how powerful it was. And that night I had a dream. And these guys go out looking for women. And the reason why he didn't pursue me and the reason why I walked away is because he was a bad guy. All right. This particular group goes out and looks for women to probably rape and beat them up, but they videotape these women. And then they make a fool of them on the internet. Okay. And they show on certain websites, probably on porn websites. Okay. But that was really hard for me to sit with, okay, because I knew Spirit saved my ass, but at the same time I was pissed. I was pissed that I didn't acknowledge it. I was pissed that I didn't pick up on it. I was pissed that I felt like Spirit, like I didn't have enough power to pick up on it myself, okay, and maybe my intuition was right and it told me to walk away, but I feel like Spirit backed him up. So when I say you need the dark and the light, trust me, you need the freaking dark and the light. Because there's freaking creeps out there that do that shit. And I'm going into the city tomorrow, and that fear, because fear came up, and I was like, holy shit, I actually related to the fear because it kicked in a little bit. Like, am I going to run into these creeps? Like, I don't exactly remember what this guy looks like, and is that going to happen to me again? And when I say I was mad at Spirit, I was mad. I was mad at Spirit because I felt like I didn't have the ability. They had to show me in my dream. They had to show me certain things that night on why things were happening the way they were happening. And they were also de-weeding some of my friends on my list saying, hey, you want to be this person? You want to hang out with this person that's going to be hanging out in the bar for the next 20 years doing X, Y, Z, regardless of being friends or not? Okay, it was a huge wake-up call. It was one of those. I remember having that conversation with you. But because I'm going into the city, and it was brought to my attention, and it kind of scared me, and then fear kicked in because I was like, oh damn, how do I know if someone's actually being genuine? How do I know if that chemistry, it pops, it comes sometimes, and how do you know it's right? And I'm not trying to scare you, but I'm telling you to be aware of your scenario and check this guy out. Don't just randomly go home with people, or don't just randomly do stuff, or don't randomly walk around the city by yourself. Don't do stuff like that. Do you understand me? Because I know there's men out there, and you guys know that too. But when you're put in a damn situation like that, it is scary, and it is a damn wake-up call. Okay? And it crossed my mind last night, and I contemplated whether or not to say anything to you guys, and, I was like, nah. But for some reason, it just came up, so obviously Spirit wanted me to address it. Okay. So that's why I'm saying I can relate to the fear. And because now I'm like apprehensive. Am I going to go? Yeah. But is it a little intimidating, and does it piss me off? And I know Spirit had my back, but it's like, why didn't I have that power to recognize that there was a dark shadow? So don't just think because we're spiritual and that Spirit's got our back. Yeah, but you better be damn aware of your surroundings too. Okay? But don't think that everyone that's spiritual out there and from the universe type thing is good. Because there's a lot of dark. So I'm just going to share those for ones that sometimes get lost in the moment when you're out and about and you're not aware. Please remember these stories, because I think the reason why I'm telling you is because you're going to be out one day, and I'm telling you, you're going to be like, oh my God, I remember when caught this, and this. And I'm not saying be scared of every gentleman that approaches you, women, okay? I'm just saying be smart. No matter what the chemistry is like, if that person is meant to be, it's meant to be. And you could be wearing freaking pajamas at the corner store. You know what I mean? These people were lurkers anyway. We're out and about in the city. But I'm just saying, like, if it's meant to be and it's meant to be, this person's going to come into your life. It doesn't matter where you're at, what you look like, nothing. So don't worry about not talking to this guy again if you meet somebody, because if say you get the number or whatever, and they want to meet you certain places. I'm just saying, be careful with all this online dating shit. Like, be careful. That's it. All right. But I mean, these were lurkers. Okay. And I guarantee there'll probably be at places like that small looking for their next victim. And it's like, why couldn't I remember the face, or why couldn't I stop them? And it wouldn't even have mattered, because not that it wouldn't have mattered, of course it would have, but I don't have power like that to stop these people. There's probably thousands and thousands of dark energy out there that does and looks for victims and lurks. Okay. So did my intuition kick in by me walking away? I surely hope that was my intuition and it wasn't just spirit having my back, because I was pissed off at spirit for a couple days. All right. I was just like, but now I get it. All right. But it was more, I was pissed off because I'm not the average Joe, and I should have the capability of knowing that. But I'm also blessed with the capability of working with the stars and having wisdom and all this stuff. So I'm plenty blessed when it comes to other things. But it did bother me that happened, and I had to see it through my dream. And I still can't figure out if it was my intuition. It was kind of my intuition, but it was more spirit. Okay. And that was definitely confirmed. So be real alert. Okay. So that's all. I was just saying, like, how I related to that energy. Because you guys, if you think about it, if you're in the energy and you're not like really stagnant, and you know, you can be stagnant here and there and still be in the energy as long as you're living. All right. But like, if you take that spread and you go back and watch this weekend's energy and you totally relate it to a family thing or a work thing, you can. Because that's the energy. That's the universal energy for the weekend. So you should be able to relate that energy, okay, to some scenario. All right. So a lot of people are going to get approached over the weekend, new people, and some people will just be blind to it because they're not looking for it, or they're too stuck on the past, or they're too occupied with work, or you know what I mean? So it's kind of like, don't say like, oh, I don't have opportunities. And no, you do. You do, but you're not recognizing them. You absolutely 100% do. But you can't see them because you're blinded by something else, or you're in denial. Denial is a huge thing. Okay, I know somebody's sitting in denial right now. Huge. Oh, well, you know what? You want to turn your back? Guess what? Guess what you just made me do? You made me turn my back. All right, but not in a bad way. Just kind of like, because you can't change other people until they're ready to change and recognize stuff on their own, ladies and gents. Do you understand me? Don't miss out on opportunities. When issues arise and that other one comes back around, or whatever the case is for you guys, address it then. But until then, don't miss out on opportunities, because that'd be foolish. Because what if this other person actually didn't come around? All right? Because how long have people been waiting and waiting and waiting for something to come around, and it hasn't? All right? And Spirit has given you other ample opportunities, I'm sure, okay, to get out there and meet new people and whatever the case may be, and you're just not acknowledging them, you're not seeing them because you're blinded and you're stuck on certain people, things, events. It doesn't matter. All right. So that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm telling you right now, all of you, don't miss out on opportunities. If you have been waiting on your twin for months, don't miss out on opportunities. I will tell you this too. If you're not with your twin and you're sitting around waiting, and you have an opportunity, but you're bored and you're looking at them like, yeah, no, or looking at her like, yeah, no. All right. No, that's another lesson that you have to go through. Or it can possibly be your life partner. So stop being foolish. And I think I'm getting a little worked up because I was foolish when it came to certain stuff like that, and not taking opportunities in the hopes. It's great to hope, but opportunities are given to us for a reason. Take them. Also, what I wanted to bring up, it was something about messages. What was it? Obviously, this is not going to be my June 3rd energy reading. I have to label this something different, and then I'll do my daily. But there was one more thing I wanted to mention. We were talking about twins and opportunities and not messing it up and being blindsided, and how opportunities were given to us for a reason, so take them. Careful what you text people. I texted something to somebody the other day and said XYZ, and if new opportunities come my way, and it wasn't a bad text, guys. All right, it was just, if new opportunities come my way, you know, I got to take them. I can't, you know, I have to, I can't preach and then not do it, okay? That is for damn sure. And I'm done taking up missing opportunities. And then next thing you know, 6 hours later, there's an opportunity, a great opportunity, and it's freaking mind-blowing. And I said to myself, okay, like, all right, Court, you totally did that to yourself. You totally set yourself up. That was your consequence for writing that. And it's not that it's a consequence because the opportunity came. But it does make you consider what you've been waiting on. And I know it's crazy. Like, obviously, Court, you're waiting on your twin. It's not that I'm waiting on my twin. All right, me and my twin have a story. But I'm just saying, like, it's not the waiting. All right, that's not what it's about for me. Okay. I'll always have hope of something, whether it's a friendship or a lover or whatever the case may be. But at this point, you reach a point where it's like friends, but you know it's hard to be friends, all right? But that's my whole point. I'll figure it out when that happens. When it's time for me to figure it out, I'll figure it out. And right now is not the time for me to figure it out. So I'm not going to miss out on opportunities, especially when I preach it to you guys, okay? But hey, you know better. Yeah, just scare the shit out of you, huh? That's a nice little lesson for Kai Kai. All right, she had enough of that. I say she like it's the mom, like a shiva. But anywho, like, don't miss up on our opportunities, but also be aware of what opportunities come your way. Use your intuition. If something doesn't feel right off the bat, it's not right. And it's not because, oh, you thought of your past, so it doesn't feel right. Oh, I'm supposed to be waiting on my past. No, that's subconscious shit stuck in your head because it's what you want versus what you should do. Okay? Be strong. Be motivated to have a fresh new start. Don't worry about what supposedly you think's coming in and what's not, because if you've been watching my spreads and you know certain energies are months out and it's not coming in, and you may think you're ready, but you might not be. But your twin's definitely not if you're that person. So don't miss out on opportunities. Don't take an opportunity because you're bored. But if somebody comes around and they're really putting an effort in, that person more than likely is supposed to be in your life. Okay? So there's that. So be careful what you message too, because there's consequences to your messages. Okay? I'm not saying it's a bad consequence, but it's like a wish. It's like you're setting yourself up. And you know what's ironic? When I wrote that, I was like, should I even write that? Like, I don't even know if I should write that, because my intent is not to change anybody's mind or anything like that, but it was just making it super clear on, you know, not missing certain opportunities, whether it's with him or her or how it works. Because I'll tell you, I wish my twin the very best, and I mean it from the bottom of my heart, that I want no ill intent on him. And if we're not meant to be together, I really hope he finds somebody that can truly, truly be that person for him. Okay, but that's me. All right, I also think a lot differently. All right, so, but that's me. I love, you know what I mean? So, and I also know a lot of that love is past lives too. All right, even though it's the current moment, even though it's now, I also know how to relate things to different things. Okay, so don't miss up on opportunities. Don't worry about waiting on certain people to come in, because I waited a long time for my twin to come in, guys. And do I still here and there want that conversation? Of course I do. But to me, I came to the place where I'm okay. For him, not necessarily. All right, so that's why I just kind of wish the best. And to me, it's like I just want that conversation here and there still, because I know it could be beneficial for him. But that's because I'm a nurturing person, and I want to make sure that he's on his right path. But that's not up to me. It took me a really long time to figure that out. Okay, a really long time. I come first, and it doesn't mean that I don't want to make sure you guys and everybody else is guided in the right direction, because it's part of who I am, and my divine gift, you know, that was given to me to share with you guys. All right, so I'm blessed when it comes to certain stuff like that. So I know it's hard to move on and to be blindsided to opportunities, but don't be blindsided to opportunities is my bottom line. And take that fear and turn it into awareness, okay? And go with the flow. No matter what that chemistry is like, have that chemistry with somebody after you meet them, or that chemistry will keep it alive through text message or talking to somebody over the phone, okay? Trust me. Will your twin eventually come back around? Yeah. Are they going to feel you happy? This and that? Yeah. Will you have to cross that bridge then? Yeah. But cross it then, because you don't know if the person coming in is your life partner. Do you understand me? I really hope you understand me. Okay? So I'm really surprised I shared that story about, you know, the lurkers, but in all reality, it's important, all right, because the warmer weather comes out, you become a little less, sometimes you do become a little more naive, and you're hanging out, and I know, okay, but there's just enjoy yourself, but in a very smart way, okay. I don't know what I'm going to label this video. I don't know. Watch out for lurkers. I don't know. Don't miss opportunities. I don't know. It's just 2112. 2111 2112. Oh my gosh, I'm in love with number 2. So yeah, well, be in love with number 2, but go find a new number 1. All right, to fall in love all over again with somebody new. Take the opportunity. The universe has given it to you. Don't be foolish. Don't think everything's just a temptation. All right, because temptation is all over my board this weekend. That's why I'm going to use these cards. All right, so got to be smart about temptation and where that other person is and where you've been. And you know the drill, ladies and gents. You know the drill. Okay. So apparently, you know, I needed to tell you about that story, I think, because I can relate to these spreads too. Okay. And so sometimes I think it's beneficial for when I share stories so you guys can relate. All right. Obviously, I don't relate to all of them, but if I think about it, I can definitely make it relate somehow. Okay. I normally don't look back at spreads like that, but for some reason, the last couple spreads I looked back on and I was like, holy cannolis. So there's that. Okay. So there's that. But that also means I'm in the energy. Even though I have gifts and I have this, everyone has gifts. It's just a matter of finding them. Okay. Or finding you so you can find that gift so it can be given to you. All right. But I think for me, what was the point of that story? I don't know. Just sharing my gift, and hopefully you guys relate to my story somehow. Okay. Oh, about being in the energy. I'm just like you guys, meaning like even though I have certain gifts, I still have to work with universal energy. So I still find myself in these predicaments. Do I know a little more how to get out of it, or what it is I'm dealing with, or what might be coming my way, and yada yada, yeah. All right, but I'm still in the same universal energy as you. Okay, I'm still learning my lessons, and my karma still come. All that still comes my way, ladies and gents, because the universe loves emotions. They thrive off emotions. They actually, I love them. I love them. I love you guys, but I'm gonna call you out. They do like shits and giggles. Okay, they like amusement too. Okay, but they got a lot of love, and they want the right thing for you, but they work off energy, emotions. Okay, so there's that. All right. But I love you guys. But yeah, sometimes it is about shits and giggles when it comes to us and them and everything, all right? Who doesn't like shits and giggles sometimes? But is it more frustrating for us because we're the ones that shits and giggles? Yeah, all right? But it's energy, it's vibration, it's what they vibe off of, it's what we vibe off of. So it's important for us to be in that energy or try to be in the energy, try to work with the energy, okay? It's possible, all right? It really is mind over matter. Stuff will always get stuck in your head no matter what. No matter what. Will you have your bad days? Absolutely. But you have to push through them. All right. I'll start doing certain stuff. All right. I will. I'll start putting certain videos out because I don't know. I feel like it's like a new calling. Like not just like doing spreads. There's people relate to certain stories, you know. But I got to get more comfortable with that because I usually relate by telling a story. And if I'm telling a story, it's either from a friend or it's a personal experience. So I don't mind being personal. You know, I'm personal. I don't really always want to bring up the twin thing because it's my business, all right? But I want to be able to teach you guys and guide you and give you examples sometimes. So I'll throw it out every once in a while, okay? And that's that. Don't think for one second that my twin scenario is not difficult, okay? Difficult. I've been where all you guys have been. Trust me, because if I haven't, I would not be sitting right here. Do you understand me? So, have a fabulous weekend. Be safe. Be aware. Take new opportunities. Give yourself the benefit of the doubt to change your life. I love you guys. Have a fantastic weekend. I'll be right back with my weekend energy. And I can see like little glitches and stuff when I'm doing this, so I know this is going to be a powerful video. It's probably going to take hours to upload. So you might see my weekend energy before that. But regardless, have a safe weekend. And get out of any denial or fear. If you're aware of it, address it if you can. If you can't address it, at least be aware of it and work on it. All right. Go have fun. All right. Even if you're not hanging out with friends, have fun. Find something fun or something relaxing or something peaceful or whatever it is that works for you. Okay. And that's that. I'm gonna start doing some numerology lessons with you guys too. Okay. There's simple ways to use a pyramid, a numerology astrological pyramid, all right? That it's like tarot, but you don't need the cards. You use numbers. It's actually a lot more simpler than the cards. All right, it really is. So we're gonna do a lesson on that one day. All right, that's important that all of you guys know numerology so you can stay on top of your synchronicities. And I'm gonna print off a list of spiritual guidance, angel guidance, and certain stuff through numerology, not just certain websites. I mean, this is like numerology advice for 555 or 5555 or 1111. Like it's different. It's not much different, but it's different. It's worded different, and it's important that I switch off so you're getting different outlooks, okay, when it comes to synchronicity. And can you be in the same synchronicity for a little while and see these numbers over and over? Yeah. But if you're not taking action upon what it is you're seeing and really trying to recognize what it is they're saying, it defeats the purpose. If you're seeing the number, like I ran into somebody, I have a friend, he's probably watching this. I dated him way back in the day, one of my first loves, and he's been watching, and I related to this, and this, and he's been seeing 1111 for years. What does it mean, Court? Well, it's a wake-up call. Like but it's also you're aligned with universal energies, okay? But it's like if you're not going to look into it, or he hasn't looked into it for years. Why not? You know what I mean? I'm not trying to call you out, but I'm calling you out, all right? Because that's naive. But anywho, not in a bad way. I'm just saying we love each other. We have a special bond. He's a soulmate, okay? Never crossed the line, but you know where I'm going with that. So, but that's what I'm saying. If you have been aware of it, take action on it. Figure out what it means so you know what direction to go in. All right. And if you're constantly seeing it over and over and over, you're not picking up on something. So go back to it and figure out what it is you're not picking up on, especially for those who are trying to find their purpose. Okay. If you're just like the average Joe and you really don't know what it's all about and this, and this, then you just, oh, I see random numbers all the time, but I really never knew what it meant. And well, then those, they're not really that spiritual because they're not looking into it. Okay, which is fine. Which is be what you want to be when it comes to religion. Okay, that's has nothing to do with anything. I'm just saying, and he's probably watching, and I'm not calling you out, but I'm kind of calling you out. But I got love for you. All right, but that's what I'm saying with synchronicity. Just be aware. Be aware of them. Okay. Be aware of a lot of things and take opportunities and find your happy again. Please, 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 please. Okay? I don't know what I'm going to label this. Wake up call? 11:11 wake up call because of my shirt. Wake up call. All right? We all have them. All right? It's just a matter if we act upon them. So, act upon them. Because if you're seeing the 111 and the 11:11, you're right in the universal energies, ladies and gents. Okay? Actually, I'm going to read this to you. When I got this sweatshirt, this came, and I was like, this is actually beautiful. Okay? It says, may your path to awakening be divinely guided. Trust your path, trust your way of life and the way it unfolds, and trust that you are aware you need to be in the present moment, sending loving energy to bring about all the pieces of your life into alignment with your purpose. Okay? So that's what it's all about is finding your purpose. You're being aligned for you to find it, but you're not acting on it. All right, you're just like, yay, 11:11, I see my twin. It's way more than that. It is so way more than that, ladies and gents. Please acknowledge that. I mean, it's an open portal. It's way more than just your twin. Oh, twin, 11:11. Yeah, it is way more than just a twin. Way more. But anywho, I love you guys. I just wanted to read you that beautiful passage. I don't know why I just call it a passage. I don't know. You know what that's called? Blessed divine wisdom. And I love it. Love it. Love it. Thank your angels. Thank whoever it is you thank every night. Do you understand me? Even if you don't feel like you have certain gifts or you want more. Because trust me, I say it plenty of times. I want more power. I want more of this. No, I don't, because I still want to be able to live a normal life. If I have too much power, I wouldn't be the same person. Have I already obviously changed? Yes. But the way they want me to be, because like I said, you know, asking for all this power, I'm telling you, it's not always a good thing because you lose who you are. And I have to acknowledge that I have children and I have to somewhat stay in a certain spot so I can function with family and friends still. Even the whole friend dynamic changed, but it only led me to true friends, all right? I always kind of hung out with true friends anyway, but because I had that good intuition. But I'm just saying, like, you know what I'm saying. All right, so don't want more and more, and because I went through that phase, like I want more, and you know what? I'm blessed. I'm truly blessed with what I have. All right, like with the lurkers thing, I don't have much power. Well, if certain stuff gets taken to a different level, it changes who I am. And when you see certain people with certain things, with different tarot readers and different abilities, a lot of them don't have families. A lot of them don't have a lot of other things that I have, because they're giving you what is divinely meant for you so you can work in that situation and still function and have a family or function the way you need to function. Okay, so be real careful what you ask for. All right, and what you wish for. All right, and 11:11 is way more than just a twin. All right, yeah, I don't see a twinsy thing up here. It doesn't say wake up and go find your twinsy. No, no, it doesn't. Okay, so that's that. It's wake up. All right. It's wake up because that portal is open. The opportunity is there for you to find your purpose. Does it take a little time? Yeah. I will tell you, you guys already know your purpose. I'll talk to clients all the time, and they'll say, oh, you know, like, because when I see certain cards, and I'm like, well, what is it you want to do? Or da 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 da. And they already know. They just need that reassurance to go after it. All right, but you let other things stop you because you worry about money or you worry about this, and I get it, it's practical. But I will tell you, if you're seeing all these synchronicities, don't worry about all that stuff, because if you're on your divine purpose, the universe will make sure you're fully supported. Believe me, I took a huge risk in doing what I'm doing, and look at me now. Huge risk, battled that back and forth with money. Okay? Trust me, you're going to be A-okay if you are on your purpose. Believe that. I'm not shitting you. I'm no shitting you. Okay? Make the fellas go. Your body, girl. You know what that's called? That's called temptation. So be aware of your surroundings. Take new opportunities. Take them. Don't be blindsided by them. Do you understand me? Go with the flow. Go with the flow. Go with the flow. All right. All right, my little bambinos. Okay? I love you all. I'll be back with June 3rd energy. Bye.